Perplexity launched a new product called Perplexity Labs on May 29th, and it's available for all Pro subscribers. If you have a Pro plan, then you can use this Labs product. You can see it as a bulb icon, and you can select the bulb icon, and then you can give the prompt so that you can create cool apps. If you don't have a Pro license, then you can still see the icon for the labs, but it won't be enabled. The moment you click on it, it will ask you for a Pro subscription plan. You can also see that the model is using a beta version of Perplexity. So that is because the Perplexity Labs is still under a beta version, and that's why you see it's using a special model when you are trying out Perplexity Labs. So I am in the Perplexity Labs page. They showcase a lot of projects which is created using Perplexity Labs. And I'm going to take one of the best project. So I choose a project which say that create an interactive map that shows the Battle of Pacific Theater from December 1941 to September 1945 with a detailed graphics. Okay, so it should be a interactive map and with detailed graphics, and it should accurate summaries of each battle based on academic sources. Okay, and there is another catch is that have a map that include a date slider, allow the users to visualize the territories held by various nations or empires for every month included the time range. That means from 1941 December to 1945 September. For each month, what is the territory is owned by each nation during this conflict of World War. Okay, and it's not saying even it's World War, and it's saying that in the Pacific theater on the battle. Okay, and from the time frame, the model should analyze and find out all the required details. And then we give a very vague component or a prompt saying that what else do you as a research assistant agent model do you need to know in order to best execute this task, creating a better output than 99.9% of human experts could possibly hope to produce? If you really think about this last sentence on the prompt, it's a very interesting and a surprising prompt because we ask a system to digest to come up with what is this 99% of human experts that possibly try to produce, so create a better output of that. Okay, the system should have a reasoning power. So if you look into this type of prompt and how it is able to produce, it's really fascinating. Wow, look at that. See the map, it is an interactive map, and it's having a date slider, and based on we sliding the date slider on the interactive map, as you can see the map is dynamically changing the territories owned by each nations, and you can see the legends of nation with the color coding on the right hand side of this interactive map. And Perplexity is saying that it create most of the apps within 10 minutes of time frame. Okay, now what we have given is a 3-4 sentence prompt, and in 10 minutes we are getting these powerful apps with a thinking and reasoning proof. I will explain what I mean by that. But first, let's see what the output is given. So it given an interactive map, and then it is also given a detailed research kind of paper with the images and all the proofs it's gone through, like a typical Perplexity research output if we ask any other research or web search questions. Okay, but additionally we can see that to different section it is also now start creating the extra asset files like images, graphs, or these code files, programming files, like this. You can see that its images are there, but also there are some graphs like this, and then a timeline chart like this. So additionally, it is adding these images and programming things into this. And let's go and see what are the tasks it executed. So I am clicking on the task tab for the Perplexity Labs for this particular project prompt. You can see the first step is it is analyzing a lot of sources to understand the data needed for this, and then it's collecting all the data. Then finally, it will summarize and accurately collect all the data. And that's even doing all the perplexity models. We know that. But additionally, you can see that at some point in the steps of task, it is start doing the programming because we asked to create an interactive map. So based on the type of apps we are asking, it will choose the technology and programming and the type of framework. Like for example, for this interactive map, it need chart programming Python libraries. Okay, so it will use those kind of maps and all those technologies. Like the data needs to be arranged in a JSON format, like the territories, the icons needs to be, the position of icon needs to be in the JSON data format. And then since it is a web interactive app, it needs to have the style sheets, then HTML page, and then the app is there. So basically you can click on it. So if you click on this, you can see the particular JavaScript file, or if you click on the CSS file, you can see that. If you click on this JSON file, you can see what JSON file it is generated. And if you click on similarly the images, like on this step, it's creating a image like Pacific battle casualties. So if you click on it, you can see that image on which particular step of task it's created. And then if you go back, you can see that at this point of time, it's created the actual app. Okay, so I'm going to click on that. Now the app is loaded. Okay, otherwise you can also click on the second tab, the Perplexity Labs page on that particular project. Then also the app will be loading, or it will be in the first tab itself. The first option in the labs will be this particular app. So now let's closely watch this app. Okay, and I am going to say play. There is a speed accelerator here, so I'm going to increase this. Noticeably, we are not asking a speed control in the prompt. We're just saying we need a data slider. So speed control is added by the thinking process of Perplexity Lab itself, and that's a value add for me. And I'm going to play this now. So as you can see now, the play is in happening for each month. You can see the territories handled by the nations are changing, and after some time you can see that the United States and Netherlands and Australia taking up little bit places. Now the empire of Japan is losing by the time frame of 1945 September. Okay, so if you see this particular project and the outcome of this model, this is really fascinating. There are many projects available as a showcase of Perplexity Labs in their projects page. Go and please check out the interesting one for you. I just chosen one example, and for me it's really fascinating. Now it is interesting to know how this is working. So the Perplexity Labs giving a very high level overview. Apart from its researching capabilities and combining all the data which able to find out, it's doing one more step is code generation, and finally loading or executing that code in a particular app window so that the user can see that app in action. Okay, so the app writing or code generation, depending on the type of prompt or depending on the business problem you are asking to solve for the Perplexity. That means, so it could be a Python app, or it could be a just an Excel sheet or a video or image generated. That depends what type of job you are trying to solve by using this model. So you can create dashboards like this, graphs or just images, or mini apps like we just show, or this is another type of ad which is used for trading. So you can see for each stock and everything what is the trading sentiment or trading analysis, similar to the app we just show here. And they also have a kind of examples what we can do in each type of domains like creative, business, finance, or marketing or analysis. You can go through that, and they given another important topic is that when to use lab and when to use the real deep research functionality. Okay, basically the lab, the first task in the even the Perplexity lab is deep research, and on top of that they creating a code generating component and that building these apps. And it's not code generation, it is also creating some other format of output like spreadsheets or a presentation file or a document. We know that the deep research is able to export the output data to PDF or Excel file already from the free tier plan also. Additionally, they created a separate component for creating the app based on the output from the deep research. So if you are just interested only the outcome, or if you are trying to find out some answers to our thesis or something, an interesting question, there we only need the deep research, the free tier. But if you're trying to create a fascinating document like dashboards or earlier versions of a slide deck presentation by combining all these datas and graphs, probably we can try out labs. As a closing note, I want to get your attention to one competition happening in this field, because on the same day, May 29th, Manus AI is also introduced a new capability to their AI agent, which is creating Manus slides. That means by giving a prompt, we can automatically research on a topic, and then Manus AI will create stunning presentations like it show in this YouTube video. We cannot try it out, and they are also not giving much other details like Perplexity. We can only see one video which is released on May 29th. That's it for now. But the point is now Manu AI is releasing the slide capabilities, and on the same day, Perplexity is also releasing Perplexity Labs, but with much more capabilities. And we see the similar competition is happening with OpenAI's Codex agent and also Google's Alpha Evolve algorithm design agent, things like that. So a lot of things happening in the AI space. And if you want to know more details in future when new technologies and new models are coming out, please try to subscribe to this channel. Also, please like and share this channel.